Grandma! Come here, girls! That's Grandma. Okay. These animals were around doing what they do long before we decided to do what we do with them. If you let things be animals, like let the pig be the pig, it's pretty amazing what they can do.
A lot of times I feel like it's just common sense. You just observe nature and try to replicate it.
We're much better off as a country diversifying our food system. It's hugely important for the environment, for food security, for the health of our rural communities. There are many, many reasons why what we do is part of the solution.
I think farms like this are the future. I think it's the only future we have. During my grandparents' and great-grandparents' generation, a huge chunk of the population were farmers, and then everything became so industrialized. And then it got down to, I think at the lowest, almost less than a percentage of the population were farmers.
I would like to see a lot more smaller farms repopulating these landscapes that have been devoid of people because there's been no work.
The primary risk for us is crop loss from environmental stresses in an era of destabilized climate. Vegetable crops are incredibly fragile.
Because of the wet spring, we're having to go back to the drawing board and refigure all sorts of things. So we pretty much always have to be flexible with the crop plan.
My background is in conservation biology. I hadn't heard of regenerative agriculture. Like, how can that be that I've never heard about this way of farming that isn't destructive?
The amount of carbon that a grass-fed, grass-finished cow raised on pasture rotationally can capture is a real deal.
There are many, many young people who are dedicated to work in the environment and with feeding people and with these big picture issues. In the last few years, however, that model has changed. Many younger people perceive less opportunity now to begin new farms.
This is Dirtball. She's never, ever patient. We didn't fit into these lovely little boxes that the financial institutions want you to fit into, so we had to get a little bit creative, and that's where Iroquois Valley came in.
We couldn't be doing this without people who didn't have an understanding of the need to be able to shift the paradigm around financing. Our partners, such as Iroquois Valley, understood our vision and understood the challenges.
It's very clear that conventional farmers don't take risks when they're losing money. So if you can help people put in something that helps take away a little bit of their risk, there's a lot of bang for your buck ecologically with something like that.
We have attempted to secure our land base in many very creative ways. Having a partner like Iroquois Valley that's been willing to help out to secure land under these challenging circumstances, that has been a huge help.
Este sistema se aplica a cualquier biología, a cualquier área en el planeta. Lo único es poner las bases de lo que se tiene que hacer.
This is about 100 acres right here, which is the A++ vegetable area.
We are big enough that I feel like we are producing enough food to feed a lot of people in a lot of communities in the state of Minnesota.
Iroquois Valley really worked with us in what our needs were and what our goals were.
That's how we were able to secure this really amazing piece of property.
I'm doing this because it makes a difference. I'm doing this because it helps people and it feeds people and it shapes the environment for the better.
I think we're all surprised at how quickly things can turn around and restore and take shape. If you let the land lead and you accompany and assist, that can go really quickly.
Those that are tuned into it feel like the house is on fire and there's no way to put it out except run away. But if we all are doing little things, the cumulative effect of that as it spreads it throughout communities is an actual real big impact.